Roger and Janae Lloyd. She's going to ride with me tonight, and you're going to see how the Lone Ranger and Tonto work together. So I guess it was an oxymoron to really call him the Lone Ranger. So at any rate, tonight we have something so spectacular, so helpful, so much easier for you to focus on one thing: your cleaning business. Now we know that there are several ways that you can market. Let's start with Google, Yelp, Home Advisor, Facebook, and the beat goes on. But so many of you often post in the Facebook group, the Carpet Cleaning World, which is our group, and on my YouTube channel, the Carpet Cleaners Consultant, and all the other groups that you might see this in. The two questions. Well, who's doing commercial work, and how are you getting the customers? Well, let's be honest. I'm a carpet cleaner too, have been for over 32 years. And it's always a strategy needed when you go after commercial, or if you have the temperament to just sit around all day like you have nothing better to do and just call, and bing, bing, bing. Every now and again, you'll get someone and say, well, yeah, come on in and give me an estimate. Or what do you charge? Or, yeah, I'm interested. And then you like got to kind of wake up and be like, did he just say yes? Or did she just say yes? Well, I know most of you don't do that, and you don't have the temperament for it, and nor should you. So, RLMA'S Services, where Janae Raleigh Lloyd is the president and CEO, and I'm her wingman, presents the Jobs Not Leads program.
That's right.
Jobs Not Leads. Now, Janae is getting ready to take it over, but I just want to say to you, from cleaner to cleaner, you know you want more commercial work. You know sometimes it's a struggle, so you just say, you know what, I'll just try to get it the best way I can, or I'll rely on referrals, or I won't do anything. But we want that commercial work, and it's out there for you. But you have to figure out a way. So you go to these companies like Yelp, Home Advisor, Google, Facebook, and you just throw money at it. And I do mean you throw money at it. And you get leads. You hire these companies that say, oh, we'll give you so many leads. Leads. No, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want leads. You still, when you get a lead, let me explain this to you. That's like going halfway up the ladder and you still got 5 more steps to go. So you got the lead, but you still have to reel them in. And then if you go to someone like Home Advisor, they're going to give you the lead, but quiet as kept, they're giving that lead to 2 other carpet cleaners too. I'm going to give you your full time, babe. I just want to bring you in so they'll understand, because this is cleaner to cleaner. Janae came up with a system with her staff to not get you leads, but to get you jobs. And at the end of the day, that's all you want. But then she didn't only stop there. She figured out a cost-effective way for you to get jobs, not leads. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful, my better half. Okay, I said enough. She's going to love me anyway. So she's going to take over right now. And Janae, tell him, just tell him this wonderful system that you brought together only exclusively for the carpet cleaning industry for commercial work. Take it over.
Well, yes, it is exclusively for this industry. You want to be able to walk in armed with the ability to close your deal. In other words, when you walk into any daycare, church, chiropractic office, for example, you want to know that they are going to be your client, not just a customer. So we set it up where these jobs are done for you exclusively. Okay, the key, that's very key, because a lot of you have expressed interest, although you have experienced purchasing leads through, I don't need to name them. You know them. They recently changed their names to some other woman's name, and you get the rest. So that being said, everyone's fighting for these leads that they've already paid for. How is that fair? What we're doing is allowing you to pay $25 just to get a job. Your job, what we recommend, and we discussed this at consultation, is that you book or schedule a job in a daycare center, a church, or wherever, a restaurant, at where we will clean up to 1,500 square feet for only $159.50. Why $159.50? It's to introduce your services, and that is with the idea that you will repeatedly come back to the business every quarter. So the idea is for you to come in there quarterly. You have a regular client now, not just a customer, and that also gives you the opportunity to assess the rest of that property. If it is bigger or larger, if it has other type flooring, it may have tile. It depends on the region you're in. Number one, you might strictly just be a region where it's strictly tile, and that's fine. But if you're cleaning up to 1,500 square feet, that's key. We're not trying to set you up to clean just for $160 a whole, 3,000 or 80,000 square foot facility. That's ridiculous. However, if you're booking a scheduled job at a daycare facility, at an adult or nursing home type facility, any place primarily that is state regulated. And what I mean by that is they are licensed by some governing body like the state or something like a daycare facility. And they have to pass inspections. They also have to pass unannounced visits as well. So that's a way that we kind of go in, but we want to make sure that we're speaking with the decision maker and or their designate. A lot of times the decision maker doesn't have the ability or the time to speak with, service people. However, they will have a designated person there in place, and that's fine, but let that be our job so you can continue to clean carpets, whether you're doing residential, commercial, or whatever. These are strictly for commercial accounts. If you need to increase by having more commercial accounts, this is best way to add revenue to your business. We are all about keeping costs down and adding revenue, and what better way to do this by only paying $25. You pay it one time for this job. It's not a lead. So the way this works is there is a setup fee. You pay RLMA one-time setup fee of $259. What does that do? That allows us to purchase leads for the area and category that you want us to call on. A lot of you just want random, and that's fine. Some of you strictly want salons and med spas, barbershops, and things like that. That's fine too. Whatever it is that you choose, if it's schools or smaller schools, salons, I've lost some of them. Help me out, Roger. Chiropractic office, dental offices, pediatricians. Yeah, so we have a lot of those.
And what
cardiologists and podiatrists.
What's the eye people? The one we go see.
The ophthalmologists.
Yeah, them the people. The eye people.
Oh, and optometrists. Yes, yes. So those are a lot of places that have a lot of traffic, have high touch areas.
Dental offices.
We are booking those for only $159. That gets your foot in the door, and you work that magic. The rest is up to you. We got the job for you. We schedule it for you. We book it with the decision maker for you. We charge you one time. Now, we do this at a minimum of 10 jobs. How does that work? Basically, you just leave us with, you pay for 10 at a time for $250, which is pretty awesome because we're not looking to get rich off of that. And we're not breaking your bank by charging you that either. So it works out. You pay it once, and this is ongoing for you. So you have a constant client, and that has constant quarterly revenue coming in for you and in for your business. So churches, chiropractors, and my favorite are daycares. I really love doing the daycares. Once again, any daycare or adult care facility for the elderly or anything that is licensed, that has to that is regulated, or is they have to have some type of they often get some type of drop-in or unannounced visit to keep their licensing. So we help them stay ahead of that by providing this service. Now, a lot of times they say things like they already have someone in line, and we expect that to be the case. What we do is offer to be second in line and to help them be better ready themselves. A lot of times they think if they clean their facility on their own, which is fine. A lot of them want to save money. What we do, we know how to overcome many objections. For example, with that, we overcome that objection by letting them know we will professionally clean their facility. We use professional grade products, state-of-the-art equipment to give them the deepest clean possible. So we basically let them know based on we have equipment and chemicals, not chemicals, but cleaning agents that will kill any viruses. We don't mention which ones, for example. We're just very careful with the verbiage that we're using just to effectively get a scheduled or booked job, which becomes a client of yours.
Becomes a client of yours if you're doing your job right. Remember, the only thing Janae and her people going to do is get you in the gate. It's up to you to win that horse race. And when I say win that horse race, let me give you an example. When Janae said $100, $159 to get you on the schedule with this client, with, like, for instance, daycare centers, I go in, I do a hot water extraction on the carpets. You guys might say, "Oh, Roger, that's pennies, that's this." Well, the only other option is to schedule you a demo job or an estimate where you're going in the door and you're not getting nothing, but trying to talk to them. At least when Janae and her staff get you in the door, now you can say, this was our introductory cleaning for you.
Precisely.
Now, if you would like to get on our regular schedule 4 times, 6 times a year, 4 times or 2 times a year, then I would like to measure and we can give you a quote on what it would be. That's before you guys start saying, well, that's really cheap. It's either that or do a demo cleaning or give them an estimate and you don't get anything. At least you get in the door, and if you're as good as you believe you are, and if you have equipment that is in prime condition, and basically if you know how to clean carpet, whether you're doing the low moisture method or the hot water extraction method. See, that's the thing. Janae's people just get you in the gate. We don't, like, whatever system, whatever you do is the way they will promote it.
Precisely.
But you have 10 book jobs, not leads where you still have to sell or give an estimate, not a demo where you're going in and you're cleaning for nothing, but a book job.
And these are all within the 2-week period. So it's not 10 jobs all over the calendar for the whole month. This is within a tight scheduled period, and it's done on your CRM system. We strongly recommend that you have one. If you don't have one, get one. We recommend House Call Pro, but there are others out there. Find out what it is. That's fine. We know how to use all of them. Service Monster, Jobber,
Market.
Right.
All right. Listen, you guys want to know. So many times I scroll through, not just in the carpet cleaning world, but in many other Facebook groups, and you on YouTube are on YouTube searching for the answer. What is the question? The question is, how do I get into commercial doors? This is the answer. Yes, the first time you're going to do maybe some heavy cleaning so they can sample what you do. Now, after that, it's up to you to impress them and then ask them, can you give them a quote or have a quote ready for them to say if you would like to get this done twice a year or 4 times a year. I like to give 2 quotes. I give 1 quote for hot water extraction twice a year, or I give them a quote for 4 times a year, which is 2 low moisture maintenance cleanings and 2 hot water extraction cleanings. Now, for me, the hot water extraction cleanings are going to be about $100 more because they're dragging in hoses and time and blah, 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 blah.
The beauty about that is you get to customize it yourself just that same way. If you like the way Roger does that, we can collaborate with you to do just that. We will book those jobs just the way the method you prefer to use for your cleaning. No one's trying to reinvent the wheel for you. We simply want to get you a scheduled, adequate, booked job.
Now that Janae said that, the CEO, the boss, I'm her wingman. That's why I'm on her wing. Mm-hmm. Between me and you, I have her staff, calling all the daycare facilities in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. And it's 556 of them. How do I know that? Because I have a list. But you should know that too. But you and Janae will talk, and she will find out whatever target market. So it's not going to be unless you want it to be. It should, in my opinion, you should go after one target market at a time and become the go-to guy. Just like when I talk to you about residential marketing, I say, do you want to become the known professional in the zip code of your choice? Imagine if a whole zip code or 2 or 3 or 4 or 20 or 50 knew that you were the known professional. So that's residential. But for commercial, you can say, well, you know what, Janae? I think I want to target the dental office industry. That's easy. You know, the dentist offices sometimes are going to be in a medical building on the 3rd floor. So if you don't have a low moisture machine, this might be a time to invest in one. You might say, well, Janae, I want to target all the daycare centers. Well, you know, there's kids throwing up and urinating and having accidents on the carpets and things like that. You should do hot water extraction.
And they mostly use area rugs.
And you can steam clean those. The point is, you don't have to sit around and wonder how to get commercial work anymore. This mad genius over here has put it together, and her staff, for them to do nothing but go hard for you 8 hours out the day to get you 10 jobs for $250 measly in a 2-week period. So, yes, what we're saying is if you don't have work the next 2 weeks, you can call Janae at RLMA. The phone number's scrolling. And you can say, hey, Janae, I saw you and Big Head Roger in that video, and he was talking about, you have a service where you get jobs. Can you tell me about that? And she will reiterate everything that we are trying to express to you tonight. But of course, you want to call her, you want to talk to her, because everyone's dream and business and equipment and their help and the help lack of that they need is different, and it varies. So you need to call her so you can customize your targeted commercial jobs, not leads,
not leads.
program so you can grow your business. You can be known November 1st, I think is when she's launching it.
Yes.
You can start being known in one targeted market in the commercial industry in your area as the go-to guy for that industry. And then hopefully, just hopefully, you're as good as you think you are when it comes to cleaning whatever method you're using. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give it to Janae. But this is the answer to everyone that's sitting back wondering, how do I get into commercial doors? The last thing I'm going to say is that we just got the Hampton Inn right here in Limerick, Pennsylvania. We're having Ted Barecki, from the owner of Trinity OP Machines. He's coming out to do a live video to show us how to do low moisture. Yes, he's taking a trip from Kentucky all the way to Pennsylvania so he can do one thing: help you understand how low moisture works and how it's effective. So we chose two conference rooms, two very spotty, dirty conference rooms in the Hampton Inn in Limerick, Pennsylvania. And I only went in to ask them, could we do a demo cleaning? And we came out with the contract. And now we're going to show you how we're going to do low moisture. Ted Barecki is going to show you, the owner of Trinity's OP Machines.
I'm sorry. How did you get that contract?
Oh, you tell me.
No, I just wanted you to circle back on that.
I went in because we were going to do the low moisture. Look, just tell them, how did we get it, babe?
RLMA
right,
secured those jobs for you.
All right, well, let's yeah. So
that's what it was.
Not only is she the owner and CEO of RLMA, she's part owner of BioClean. I'm the CEO and head honcho at BioClean, but this is my wingman in BioClean. Absolutely. So her staff called, and yes, they did get me the Hampton Inn. They got me in the door.
Right.
And that's what they will do for you. This is the answer that you have been sitting back, perplexed about. How do I get in to commercial doors? Maybe you want to go to the hotels. They can do it.
Sometimes that works. It's hit or miss. Sometimes that works. They may remember you, or they may blow you off and say, yeah, just leave me a card. You want to go in a little bit more professionally. And it's also good if, when you do show up that way, if a phone call, precedes that drop in, sometimes they don't mind it. And sometimes it just depends on the timing of the day, right? Or what day of the week it is. This particular situation continued to remind me how heavy their Monday was. I was having a heavy Monday too, but I certainly wasn't sharing that with them.
But I like to go in with the real cheap price of a sample cleaning.
Absolutely.
But you're still making some money. See,
Absolutely.
That's the trick. You want to go in, you're making some money. But if you're good, this is when the law of reciprocity kicks in. You gave them something for such a stale deal, but you did such a remarkable job with equipment like Rotovax or Trinity OP Machines, something I would recommend that they haven't seen before when their local commercial yellow trucks have pulled up in the past and just had the traditional wands, or the black trucks that start with a C have pulled up with the hoses and the traditional wands. You want to go in there and show them something. When Janae and RLMA get you in that door, it's showtime. Your showtime. Now, if you say, well, Roger, I know you are theatrical. I don't have a Rotovac. I'm just trying to go in. Well, so be it. But once you get in the door, it's showtime for you. You see me use these Rotovacs. You see me use these CRBs. You see me use these OP machines. Why would I have all these pieces of equipment when I know I could do a basic good job with a wand? You know why? Because your whole business time, your time in business, you're struggling to show your target market that you're different. How are you different? You're better. How are you better? Because you have different ways of doing things that are different. The client always wants to know in their mind, even if they voice it, they're thinking it. Roger Lloyd told you this first. If they don't ask you, they're thinking it. Why should I hire you? The same thing I tell Janae and her staff and all you guys that have hired me. You have to give yourself 5 reasons why I should hire you. If you don't have 5 reasons why someone should hire you, oh boy, you need to put the wand down right now. Go in your little office or your cubby hole or whatever you got. And you need to come out tomorrow morning hitting the ground rolling with 5 reasons why someone should hire you. You should put it on your website. You should put it on your Facebook page. Oh, let's go at it. You should put the 5 reasons on your truck. You heard it here first.
That's a good one.
You heard it here first. Take it home. This is what I do. They don't know it yet, or maybe they do. If you don't know me yet, you will. Tell them something.
So it's very simple. It really is. If you want to go into a certain category, Roger recommends that you do that. A lot of people that are a little green with this are kind of like, well, I'll do all of it. Sure, you just kind of, in most cases, you kind of figure, I guess in your own mind, what difference does it make? It's a job, it's a job, right? So if you're okay with that, we'll run that program too. So whatever methods you like to use, we'll consult with you, find out which methods there are that you prefer to use. If you want to do low moisture, we'll promote that for you. We will lay it out to your prospective customer, soon to be client, what methods you use, the equipments that you use, your availability, and we get you out there. The whole idea is to get you out there, what we call on the fly. Your jobs are exclusive to you and you only. I don't sell any job that I book for you to any other company, even if you are in a highly saturated metropolitan area. The two never, we never blend
Collide.
the two or collide.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Thank you. What else?
I think we've given them enough to think about.
It's simple enough. Just
yeah.
call
me.
Do
you want jobs or do you want to keep buying leads and then finishing off and hoping you get the lead? But remember, that lead is normally sold to 2 other cleaners.
Oh yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
These are customizable to you, your methods, your business, and your business model. These are booked for you within the same 2-week period, which is awesome. You're only spending $250 to get up to 10 leads, to get 10 leads. If any of your leads don't pan out, because from time to time we have experience during the very beginning, and we wrote this out. There were, even though they hit all of the criteria over the phone, when you get there, come to find out they didn't even have a budget to have someone do that, that type of thing, then we'll trash that one and replace that with an actual effective job. So that's not a problem. That happens rarely, but if it does, we have your back.
But that's why you should go in with an introductory offer, so you don't have to worry about whether all that, because you want to get your 5 minute of fame on the floor. You think you're the best. You claim you're the best. Nobody can out clean you. You just need the spotlight, and Janae and RLMA will provide that for you.
That's right. We'll make you shine. It's your job to keep it shining, though.
I just want to close out by saying this. If this was interesting to you, if you felt as though this was something you're considering, if basically you just like the knowledge that you heard tonight, I would like to cordially invite you. These shirts right here say the Carpet Cleaning World University. Okay. And we have that. Look at that. All right.
Okay.
So on January 17th and January 18th of 2022, this on the 17th, which is a Monday,
Yes.
we will be in Reading, Pennsylvania at the Restoration Technical Institute. We will have a 2-day certified training class program. So, in the morning on the 17th, we will go over some of these things right here. How to get the clients, an answering service exclusively for you that knows your industry.
Right.
And we'll even go over some of Roger Lloyd's famous hits on marketing. After lunch, Sammy Sales, the owner of Steam Action Truck Mounts, will be teaching a class on hot water extraction, steam cleaning, if you want to call it, on some carpet featuring the Steam Action Truck Mounts. Also, we will be teaching a pet odor removal class so you can make the most out of getting pet stains and odors out of people's flooring and upholstery. Now, I know what you're saying. Yeah, Roger, that sounds great, but I'm a low moisture guy. Well, just relax. We have you covered there too. We will have a low moisture cleaning class, not just for carpet. Oh man, we're going to have the Trinity stepdaddy there. So for a lot of you that buy a Simonizer or have some type of machine that's supposed to clean or buff cars, you will know about the professional made stepdaddy machine designed for OPing, low moisture cleaning steps. And Ted Barecki, the owner of Trinity OP Machines, says he can clean a flight of steps so much faster than he can clean a room of carpet with OP machines.
Wow.
So this will all be not just shown to you like a trade show. This will be a course. You will get behind these machines and you will be trained. Even if you're sitting there, well, I know how to do this. I know, okay. Well, still learn from the people that make them, Mr. I Know It All, because I'm one of those Mr. I Know It Alls. And then I met Ted Barecki, I met Sammy Sales, and I found out there's still a lot this 50-year-old still is learning. So then, now, there's always the machinery, the tools to do the job, but without the cleaning agents that loosens and breaks up the dirt and stains and spots and so forth and so on, we still would be stuck. So we have no other than Soap Daddy Chemicals featuring DeAndre Winston, who's going to be our instructor on cleaning agents. So if you want to know about pHs, levels of what to use, what pre-spray to use, maybe you always hear about all these pre-sprays, but you never really know which one to use. Right. So DeAndre Winston will have the Soap Daddy booth there, and he will, of course, have a line of the Soap Daddy cleaning agents, but you can ask him, what is the difference in pre-sprays? Anyway, what I'm saying is you can find out your chemical knowledge. Now, after all this is said and done on the 17th, we'll come back on the 18th in the morning and we'll have the classroom session before lunch. Like I said, that one really will be about digital marketing management and marketing, because you still got to get on the road to get the phone to ring while you're learning and taking all these classes. Then after lunch that day, we're going to have a certified training upholstery course. We're going to have a certified training mattress cleaning course. We're going to have a drapery course.
That's a good one. Yeah.
After lunch on the 18th. So once again, you'll learn how to hot water extract these fabrics, and you'll learn how to low moisture or dry clean these fabrics. Now, this is the wonderful part of all of it. So after these 2 days, and you contributed to and learned from all these classes, you will have not one, not two, but all 6 certifications, from hot water extraction to low moisture cleaning to pet odor removal to rotary jet extraction, which is the rotary machines, Rotovat, RX20, T-Rex, all those. We will train you on how to use those. Then the second day, you'll have an upholstery certificate, you'll have a mattress cleaning certificate, and you will have a drapery cleaning certificate. So in this 2-day training, you could walk away with 6 certifications by the Carpet Cleaning World University, and you can put these on your wall, you can put them in your office, you can feel proud that you have went somewhere and got trained, but not just by the industry leaders, but by the actual manufacturers that make the equipment. And then one of them known chemists in the industry who makes all the cleaning agents for the industry. And then you have yours truly, who's going to help you get the phone to ring. And then you have Mrs. RLMA, who can not only, yes, the Jobs Not Leave program is just one of her services. Then her staff also can answer your phones for you. I highly recommend that you let Janae's staff answer your phones. Now, it's $450 a week, which comes out to $1,800 a month. Whoa, Roger, that's steep. It's only steep, and yes, I'm going to take off the eyes when I say this. It's only steep because you're not sure if you're going to cover the nut to be able to pay her. Or you're not sure after you pay her that you're going to be able to pay some other bills. So that only means one thing. And we got to be raw and we got to be real. You're not making enough money. And if you're not making enough money, then the hardcore truth has to come in. Either you're not getting enough repeat work, so that means it's back to the drawing board. You really need to come to the Carpet Cleaning World University.
Yes.
So you can find out. And why are people not calling me back? Every year, every quarter. There are 4 quarters in a year. See, this is the type of things we're going to get into in the classroom training in the morning.
Precisely.
There's 4 quarters in a year. January to March, April to June, July to September, and October to December. Yes. So now what Roger just told you was we're in the last quarter. The last quarter and the second quarter are always the best quarters for our industry, for new business, that is, for new business. Now, if you're retrieving, if you're having a lot of repeat clients, then the first quarter, you can run a special marketing program or a sales program for your existing clients. And because you're good and they know you and you built in a relationship with them, they will hire you. See, your repeat clients sustain you in the first and the third quarter. Why the first quarter? Well, over here on the East Coast, because it's cold as heck. And people aren't opening their doors to get their carpets clean unless they know you and feel comfortable with you, and you can convince them that you can do this where all the heat's not going out their house, So you're going to need a sealer door or something, or you're going to need an OP machine where you can do a maintenance cleaning. So you still have money coming in the first quarter. Well, Roger, well, why is the third quarter not good for new clients? I'm glad you asked. Now, the third quarter, July to September, yes, it's very hot, and we have a lot of pet odors. So we really want to throw a lot of advertisements out there for pet odor removal. But people are on vacation in July to September. Well, at least they here on the East Coast they are. So therefore, they're not even going to be home to have the carpets professionally cleaned or their floors. But once again, some of them are. But your repeat clients, you can go to and run a special for your existing clients in your slower quarters. Ladies and gentlemen, what I just did was give you a taste of what's yet to come in the Carpet Cleaning World University. I know there's other trade organizations and there's other things that will quote unquote teach you how to clean, but that's not where the Carpet Cleaning World University stops. That's why it's called the Carpet Cleaning World. It's not called after a certain piece of equipment that sells chemicals, and that's the name of their group or their organization. It's not just about cleaning. It's about carpet cleaning and the other services that go along with cleaning carpets, hence the Carpet Cleaning World. And at the Carpet Cleaning World University is where you want to be. So not only can you brush up on your training and knowledge of the equipment and the tools and the industry that you chose. It didn't choose you. You chose this industry. So it's your duty, it's your responsibility to always sharpen your skills. Do you know you call yourself the carpet doctor? Do you think you're like a carpet doctor? Well, let me tell you something, carpet doctors. Do you know a human, a physician, a body doctor, a what do they call it? A regular doctor that physician. They go to repeated training, always brushing up on their skills. There's always new equipment coming out in the medical industry. That's what I meant. There's always new equipment coming out in the medical industry. So if a doctor say, oh, well, you know what? I did so many surgeries in my life. I looked at so many eyes in my life. I checked so many feet, blah, 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 blah. There's always something new. There's always new technology. There's always new ways to even check out certain body parts that are non-invasive, because that's what we want. We don't want a needle going in us and probing and probbing us and a little probe. But if there is new pieces of equipment like thermal imaging scanning that a doctor can do like this and see where your bones are broke or where a muscle is discolored or whatever, the beat goes on, so to speak. He needs to know that. Imagine if a physician, someone in the medical field said, oh, I know everything. I don't need those brush up classes. They would be sadly mistaken.
It's actually done in every industry, isn't it? In the auto industry, it's done. In the medical industry, it's done. Hell, in the beauty industry, it's done.
So what makes this industry any different? I'll tell you why. Because we're not government related. We're not government regulated. Thank you, Sweet Pea. See, you my wingman too. And you feel as though you got into this business, you borrowed money, you got a loan, you probably, I'm going to hurt some feelings, you probably had a carpet cleaner come in your house, clean your carpet, you realize you paid them, I don't know, $250, $300, and you've been in the commercial, the corporate world for most of your adult life, and you're like, this is crazy. This guy's running from house to house, collecting $200 to $300, and I'm sitting behind a desk listening to somebody give me orders that I can't even stand, that I probably think I'm smarter than because I got the entrepreneur procedure, but that's a different video. And this guy, I can buy a machine and I can get in this industry. I can make more. I'm smarter than this guy. This guy didn't even have people skills. He wanted to tell me how great he was cleaning the carpet. I can do better than him. So guess what? You have the entrepreneur seizure. You saw someone else doing it. It seemed easy. So you got in your mind that you could do this better and it was easier money, you would be your own boss. Phenomenal. You didn't have to go through no government courses. You didn't have to get any specialized licensing or anything like that. Yeah, they got the IICSC out there, but you don't need that to get in this business.
Can I give you my take on something about that?
Mhm.
Since there is no governmental entity just yet, and we're ahead of this thing, because why not set the standard of where it should be anyway? Somebody's got it. That's not to say it's not being done. Yes, we see that the IICRC has some basics and fundamentals, sure. However, there are things you need to learn as far as how to put those skills to use, how to get your phone to ring so that you can demonstrate those skills and even get it done. So this is kind of where that leaves off. This is where, yes, there is no governmental body yet that requires licensure, but we will we will give you certification, and that's going to set you so much further apart. End of the day, does your customer care about that? A lot of people are talking about this. Let's look at something. I'm the customer that would care about it, because if my pet has caused an issue in my home, I'm going to want the technician that can educate me and let me know. There will be two types. There'll be one that just splashes and dashes me, and I'll be none the wiser because I'm the consumer who has no idea. I just pay for carpet cleaning and y'all just come twice a year and that's what it is. Or I can be the consumer that wants to get this done. I will pay whatever it takes to get the pristine clean, the quality clean, someone that's going to come in my home, their van or their vehicle is wrapped, lettered up, they have on a nice uniform, their equipment is state of the art, yep. Their method is good, they are taking the care of not burning my lawn, they're taking the care of not leaving my door wide open, they're taking the care to make sure there are banister hooks. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but I am that customer. I'm the one that's going to call you back when you take the extra care. So when a standard has been set for you to achieve the type of customer that'll call you once, or the client that regularly keeps you in her home for her upholstery, her carpet, her tile and grout, her hardwood floors, her mattress, her drink. I mean, it just, what do you say? The beat goes on. I don't know where you get that from, but yes, it continues on and on and on.
You are so right. I just put a video up in the Carpet Cleaning World Facebook group of our technician cleaning a staircase with a stair tool. Do you know how much foolishness comments came in? Oh, I don't need a stair tool. I just flip the wand around and I just do it like this. I don't have no time to be. See, that's the problem. You don't have
time. Do you have time when you damage someone's property in their home? Do you have time to take that insurance call? Do you have time to cut that lady a check? Do you have time? Like, take the time to do
a few minutes.
Some things just to
and then if
stop
you
cutting corners.
If you set yourself up right and bring everything in the house or the location like you're supposed to before you start and turn on the truck mount, for instance.
That does two things. That allows you to upgrade your ticket, number one, because when you're bringing everything in there, you let them know that they have options of upgrading. You don't have to, but you get to, right?
Right. And also, like I said, just like it takes a few minutes to pull the wand off your hose You should have a shut-off valve on your solution line. A lot. If you don't, and then they say, "Well, Roger, I got to run to the truck. I got to shut the truck off." Just to no. What is a shut-off valve? $10? Like, stop cutting corners because you can. Stop cutting corners because it's easy.
This is where they will
I
learn that.
want y'all to know. Do you want it easy or do you want it profitable? Do you want it easy or do you want it profitable? Janae and her team schedules me. I have 4 jobs to date tomorrow. She has her prices that she scheduled when the people called because, we don't like a whole lot of heavy overselling over the phone. We like to call it upgrading. So Janae gets them in the door. And she gets them, she lets them know everything that we
seed.
Right. She lets them know everything that we can do. But when I get in there, I told Janae, I say, Janae, how much what's the total amount of work we have tomorrow? She said we have 4 jobs. It's about $800. I was like, oh, about $1,200. Janae used to be like, no, why do you do that? I said 800. That annoys me. Mm-hmm. Now you see what she does.
Not annoy me.
Now you see what she does when I say, oh, so there's $1,200 worth of work tomorrow? Because she already knows.
I'll say, is that it?
Where her husband, and I'm not upselling, I'm not a used car salesman, and all of you that think so, be nice and call me a new car salesman. Ain't nothing used about me. But I'll tell you this. When you go to a car dealer, he's going to come over. Someone is going to approach you. So get out of this, what I call the contaminated cleaner mentality, and wake up and know no matter how good of a cleaner you think you are a salesman for your company. Hopefully you realize this is your company. Right. So I sit outside a few minutes, and this is what I'll teach at the Carpet Cleaning World University. I sit outside a few minutes before I go in every job. If I have a new worker with me, he's like, all right, Roger, well, what's going on? Are we ready? I'll be like, shh, I need a minute. And it's not to pray. I pray before I pray every morning before we go out. I need a minute because I want to look over what Janae has lined up for me to do at this job. Now, after I look at the total, and Janae normally has sold the carpet protector or the fabric protector. I don't know if you even saw, I had a whole $100 in upsell at that one job. Like, I didn't even have to. I said, oh, well, sir, do you see this right here? This is fabric protector. He was like, stop. I was, oh, okay, sir. Well, I'm very sorry. He was like, no, stop. Do it. Do it. I said, oh, okay. He said, listen, the way you guys just clean this, if you're telling me that this is going to keep it from getting spots and stains, I'm not saying it's going to keep it from getting spots and stains. What I'm explaining to you is if you do spill something or get a spot on it, if you act on it right away, it won't bleed through the fabric. And it's important that you know this. These trade shows and these trade classes, are they going to tell you what to say to protect you? And I'm not talking about from insurance claims. I'm talking about from Facebook damage. The same way a client can go to Facebook and raise you to the roof. Yes. They can pull you down. And the sad part is you could have 25 positive reviews in a week. And you can have one bad review. Oh, well, Roger and Jordan came today, and well, I'm gonna just be honest. I wasn't impressed. Now you see all these comments. She just stopped there. I wasn't impressed. And now you have a line of 20 to 30 comments saying the same freaking thing. Why weren't you impressed? What didn't they do? Did the carpet come clean? Did they do a bad job? Did they leave the carpet soaking wet? I mean, it's like they just are waiting for that bad comment. But right before this lady, there's 20 comments that came before her, and there's no comments while they're singing us praises. I want you to think about what I just said to you. Even if you think you that guy or that lady, I want you to think about what I just said to you. It's always one. There's always one customer that doesn't believe in giving somebody a 5 out of 5 or a 10 out of 10. It's always one. I gave you an 8. So I'll go back to it. Well, Miss Johnson, what could we have done that would have been better? Oh, nothing. You did everything good. But you gave me an 8. I don't give anyone a 10. So now I'm perplexed.
Ms. Johnson likes to leave room for improvement. So we always ask, what could we have done differently to have gained a stellar review?
Some people just want to watch the world burn. That's just what it is. There's nothing you can do. That's their mentality. That's just where they're at. Think about how many carpet cleaners are going to watch this video and say, oh, I don't need that guy. He's a... Instead of just saying, you know what, Roger, I'm not going to acknowledge you because I'm not that type of dude. But you're right. You're right. I know. I've been doing this 32 years. I've learned from the best. I communicate now that I'm older with the best. So I can come back and inform you as being an influencer and a consultant in this industry. I can only give you the best. And that's what the Carpet Cleaning World University is all about. Janae, this has been the RLMA night. You are the CEO and the boss.
There will be many more to follow.
Please take us out with the Jobs Not Leads program. That's what this was about. And just give them something on the tip of their tongue to leave them so they feel foolish. They feel foolish.
No need to make anyone feel foolish, but I don't want you to feel that you have missed out. You will have severely missed out when you take the time on your own. There's nothing wrong with it. Kudos to you if it works. If you got that lay down where one time you just happen to walk in, and it's happened to all of us, you get that lay down, congratulations. God bless you. Is it going to happen twice? Does lightning strike twice? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But to be sure, do what you do best. Go clean what you need to clean. Allow a professional company that is an extension of you, that runs your program and is in accordance to your business model and the methods that you use in your business. We can set up scheduled, booked jobs, not leads, jobs. You don't have to compete with Joe Blow, whomever, or ABC carpet cleaning, or XYZ restoration, or so-and-so steamers, or whatever they are, and you're all vying for the same leads. Spend $25 and get a booked, scheduled job that is booked with the decision maker, get your foot in the door, and to set you up for success and get a new client, not a customer, a client.
Set the standard in your target market, residential and commercial, by which all other cleaners are judged. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you for Janae and for her staff and what they are providing to help this industry. It's up to you. It always was, and it always will be. It's up to you. You take care now.
Good night.